Hi, this video is going to talk to you about what you can see on the Home button in Sora as well as the menu. When you're on the Home button down at the bottom, you will see that this is in blue. The first thing you see at the top of the page is your assignments. The only things that will show up there are things that you have been title assigned by a specific teacher or librarian. Under that are the books that you currently have checked out that you are continuing to read, any recent notes and highlights that you've made on books, and recently defined words. At the very bottom, there is a list of books you might like that you can begin to think about as you explore other books. At the top right of the screen, we have what I like to call the hamburger, the 3 lines. That's the menu. When you click on that, you'll see your name, you'll see the number of loans you have, the holds that you have, and the libraries that you belong to. So you should for sure be seeing Parkway Schools. If it doesn't yet say St. Louis County Library, remember every Parkway staff and student have a connection to St. Louis County Library. So to add that, all you need to do is click on Add Library and do a search for St. Louis County Library. And there it is right there. So you're just going to click on This is my library, and notice the screen changed a little bit and it went to St. Louis County Library. So you will notice, I'm going to change that back to Parkway. You'll notice right there as well that I have St. Charles City County Library. That's because that's where I live. If you scroll down just a little farther, you see some settings. So the first one is dyslexic font. I'll turn that on so you can see what it looks like. Notice the style of font has changed just a little bit. That's known to be good for students with dyslexia. The high contrast mode changes to a dark background. Language is in English, and there are some other options here. Please note, though, that that is not the language that the books will be in. That's just the language that's given to you in Sora, like for the labels and directions and things like that. The next button is for all settings. So again, reminder that we are in English right here. I've already talked about the dyslexic font and the high contrast mode. The tab bar labels, those are these things like down here at the bottom where it says Home, Explore, Shelf, and Me. If you turn that off, you see that the labels have gone away. You can leave that on for the most part. The continue reading orb right now is not showing, but if I were to turn that on, a big bubble turns up here in the middle, and that's the book that you are currently reading. So you can see that I'm currently reading a book about the Twin Towers. In general, this is going to be the button that you would want to change if you want it to only search Parkway books, or if you want Parkway and St. Louis County Library. I usually leave that on so that I can see as many books as possible. Holds takes care of what holds you have, and it also talks a little bit about, sometimes you have a book on hold, but you're not going to have time to read it, so that you're not kind of taking that away from other people. It allows you to freeze a hold there. Downloads here asks you, do you want to just download everything you look at, only the small books, nothing that you're looking at, and so on. That kind of depends on storage space. So for example, if you're on a phone or a laptop or something, but for the most part on your Chromebook, you can leave that checked for everything. Lending periods here, you see ebooks and audiobooks I would like to have for 14 days. Those are your 3 choices. Remember, there's not really any such thing as an overdue book or audiobook in Sora because it automatically goes away at the date that it is due. Finally, last but not least, we have read books using Sora, Sora on another device, or Kindle, and you can make that choice depending on what device you are at. So that is it for our settings at the top right of the menu.